Hi everyone, and welcome to our video for our Cat-itude collection. Boy, if you are a cat lover or have friends or family or whatever that are, you are really going to want this kit. This is so fantastic. It's whimsical, it's colorful, it gives you so many options. There's so many great things that Mary Fran has created to make this a really easy kit to create with. If you wanted to make someone a special gift, whether that's a mini album, maybe you wanted to make them a journal, of some kind in order for them to monitor because maybe they got a new cat, or maybe, hopefully, heaven forbid, but they need something to write down things in order to remember a lot of, okay, this happened today, or this is how they were feeling, or whatever. Whatever it is, this cat collection is fantastic. So before I show you everything that's in this, just as a quick refresher for those of you that are new to us, our bundled Cat-itude collection includes all 5 coordinated products in this collection, and by purchasing them as the bundle, you do save 20% versus purchasing each item individually. So let's go in and have a look and see what everything that this kit has to offer, because you are going to love this. So some of the elements and stuff, you're going to see just some great patterns with these ginghams and plaids and everything that you would really kind of want. It really kind of flows so incredibly well that this is going to be just the perfect collection, like I said, in order to create mini albums, cards, layouts, party invitations, party supplies. Maybe you wanted to make somebody like a little stationery pad because they're a cat lover and you're thinking already, I know, heaven forbid say it, but Christmas is coming around the corner here and only a few months away. In order to do that, you can certainly start creating some of those handmade Christmas gifts that are ever so wonderful, whether that be for craft sales because you do have a license with us and do sell your items, or whether that is for friends and family and you're always on the search for that unique item. Well, this is the kit for it. As you can see by the beautiful colors in here, coordinates so well and it really have that feel. And you saw the floral as we passed by it, so you can go a little more elegant with it. And then you have this paw print pattern, which lends it to the light and whimsical thing that pets give us that feeling for. Pets are always, kind of comical and things like that, aren't they? So we want to lean a little more to the whimsy. Here's some of the great plaids in the color tones of this collection. And as well, polka dots, very usable papers for so many things. Star pattern is great. Almost looks like a bit of it would maybe be a blanket, a bandana, something like that, doesn't it? Like, it really kind of goes in that flow there. As well as tickings. Tickings are always great because they give you that warm feel, doesn't it? It gives you that almost like a hug kind of feel. So in our embellishments and elements, look at this. Home is where the cat is. Great border strip to use. You'll see how I used some of that in my card making idea. Some bows and buttons, obviously, again. Buttons are so useful. I challenge you, if you haven't used them in the past, really take a look at them because the buttons add such a little bit of color and a little bit of texture to some of those dead areas. So here's a calendar. Like every day, it's Catterday. So why not use something like this? Maybe they're on medicine and you want to keep track of it. Maybe you have a brand new cat, a new kitten, and you want to keep track of their weight or something like that because you are monitoring things. And when you go to the vet, you know how it is. They ask you all kinds of questions. You're like, well, I think this or I think that. So very useful element. And here are the cats that are included in the kit. Aren't they fantastic? Like I said, Mary Fran really went for that sense of whimsy with these. We weren't looking to show you specific breeds or, things like that. This was all about the whimsy of being a cat owner. The love of it, the happiness, the joy that it brings. And here's some chipboard hearts in order to add to it, which obviously show that off immensely. Some great circle elements with meow, the cat paw, here kitty, file folder tabs. Again, these are fantastic items that work so well when you are looking to add maybe a title, a name, something like that. Or if you're doing a mini album or a photo album, these work, or a journal, these work great as tabs. You print it twice, glue them together, and then that way you have the dividers that you're looking for. Flower clusters, so you can personalize anything. If you're doing a junk journal, you're doing a life planner, anything like that, these are fantastic embellishments in order to personalize things the way you want them. That is kind of the point of that and the point of having these. Frames, again, great photo. Here you are, picture perfect. The inside is opaque, so when you're creating this digitally, or if you want to print this, you put your photo down, you put your frame over the top of it, print it as one item, right? So there you have those as photo frames, or they're also great in order to frame in a main element on your card front or things like that. Simple things in order to do. Here are journal cards. So again, who really rescued who? Did you have a rescue cat that you had? And great idea for, you could have a photo in here, you can journal in here. How great is that as a memory thing, right? Cat-itude means living your life in the meow. What a great saying, right? Mary Fran comes up with all kinds of great things for us so that it makes it so easy and gives us such great results, right? That is kind of the point of it, is to give us those great results that really make us happy, make us really proud of what we've created, and as well give our recipients something that is so personalized. So again, labels, a fantastic item. I'll show you how I use this on my card making idea in order to inspire my whole card. And you'll see how that worked out at the end here. Shall we curl up and just stay home? Right? Great labels in order to do that. Now here's a label card which is blank for you. You can get to personalize this. So if you have a creative vision and you see, oh, I'm going a little more elegant, I've got the flowers on there, I've got the, the cat is a little more fussy or whatever, or the person is a little more elegant and refined, you have that option in here in order to create that way. Couple of metal tags that look just terrific. There it is with it going, more of a vertical fashion. Note cards, again, like I said, why not print off some of these and personalize them a little bit? Make somebody a notepad for a Christmas gift or for a birthday gift, or maybe they got a new cat and that's your, hey, here's a gift for your, in response to getting a new cat. I want to, acknowledge that and give you something special. Fabulous idea, right? Because it's really all about creating unique things that people love, right? That's the reason that we do our paper crafts, is we do them for ourselves, we do them for family, friends, where they are something in today's world where everything is homogenized and you pretty much see printed on everything made in China, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it becomes homogenized. We are looking, when we craft, the whole reason is we are looking to create something that is very personal, very unique. So same thing with the strings and bows in here. Aren't these great? Fantastic elements in order to use with them. You see the black that comes up on my screen and then it goes away. That's just part of a Windows photo editor. It's kind of a bit of a crappy program, but that has nothing to do with the kit, in case you're wondering. The tabs here, great elements again. You can use this to point to something, whether that's a photo or a main element or whatever. You could journal on this if you want it, about your cat. You could have their name, their date when they were born. Maybe this is a birth thing or whatever, right? Here's again, different styles of the photo tabs. Here's a meow, right? This could just be something very simple that you use as is, or like I said, you can journal on the bottom or have it point to something distinct. Now here's a new element Mary Fran is trying out, and this is washi tape, where it's nicely torn on the edges and stuff. Isn't that really cool looking? I thought it turned out super cool. I thought she did a great job with them. So washi tape is really popular these days in terms of whether that's scrapbooking, card making, journals, whatever it is. So there you have little bits in order to add into to your paper creations. These are digital stamps. It's a cat thing. I'll show you how Mary Fran used one of these stamps in her digital scrapbook layout inspiration, so you'll get to see how these work. But basically you use them exactly as you would a physical stamp, where you stamp it on, everything in behind shows through. So it's pretty simple to do, right? And lastly, some word strips in this FQB, where everything, if that is, you're using that as your inspiration in order to, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to go about this. Cool cat. So that's my whole feel for my paper craft. I'm going in that theme and feel. Here you have it right up front, where you have a super element that you can just easily place in there. So that's the FQB. In our Little Bits, which is our additional elements pack, you're getting so many more. Look at these great cat tags with the metal rings around them. You're getting so many more fully done elements that you can use, and again, have a great spot for a jumping off point for you as a starter, and additional elements that you're not getting in the FQB. So if you're creating multiple cards, multiple mini albums, if you're doing journal pages or life planner pages, things like that, you certainly have way more options here so that you can have a coordinated group of things, but yet not the exact identical thing. You have obviously everything here that can give further your creative efforts, is really what I'm trying to say there. So our Cat-itude 2 is our additional papers pack, and you will see the same patterns but all in different colors. So there's a floral, but here it is in brown. You do not get it in brown or in this pink in any other part of the kit. So don't think that you're getting duplicates, you're getting an addition to. So instead of receiving the number of papers that you get in the kit, which off the top of my head I can't remember exact number that's in the FQB, but this gives you an additional number of papers in order to create with. So like I said, if you are creating multiple things, you certainly want that. So there's 15 additional papers that you would have. The solids are 9 additional papers, which you can see has that muted paw pattern on it, which you can use as standalone papers. You can use them as background papers to back main elements or photos or things like that. So you have the exact color coordinated thing, because obviously there's some specific colors in here. So you're going to want the exact color match. But you can also use it as a fully starting point. If you have full creative vision, you put in some flowers, you put in some of those metal tags that we talked about, you add in a photo, you add in some more of the journal cards and different things like that. You can certainly use that as a full creative paper and embellish it however you see fit. Lastly is our alpha. So our alpha gives you letters, numbers, and some punctuation that's going to allow you in order to personalize your pages, your cards, whatever paper craft you're doing, whether it's an invitation or whatever. You have all these items in order to personalize it, whether that's names, dates, words, emotions, whatever it is you want to use that for. You are going to have the full alphabet, like I said, with the full number set as well as some punctuation. This happens to be an uppercase alpha. Fabulous, fabulous thing in order to use. And again, if you haven't used an alpha before, really, I challenge you to do it. Take on that challenge on your next paper craft. Make sure, okay, I'm going to use an alpha, and let's see how this is going to work out for me. Lastly here, before I let you go, there is Mary Fran's layout inspiration for you to give you an idea. Hey, look at how she used the border. Here's how she used some of the You're the Cat's pajamas. Things, the word tags that can easily enhance and give you the whole feel of it. Here, Mary Fran has used a frame in order to capture the main cat image here in the embellishment. So this is what I was saying, you can use frames. They're not only for photos, they're for everything. And you'll see how she used the digital stamp, it's a cat thing, to go right over the top. You'll also note that the background paper is actually a solid background paper. So that's the solid white. And you see how she did this. What an ingenious way where she used that as her background paper and then fully embellished over top of that. The other thing to note in here is look at the photo corners. See how she used it to actually frame in the entire layout? What a genius idea. Photo corners are not only for photos. And that's why we show you these, is Mary Fran gives you great inspiration, shows you different ways of using some of the stuff in the kit in a way you may not have thought of, and hopefully you can see that and want to try that yourself. The card, as I mentioned, this can also go to a little more of an elegant way. If you have a cat lover in your life, but you think, they're really not into that whimsical feel or whatever the case would be, they're a little more, like, for lack of a better word, a little more refined, a little more elegant, whatever. Here's a great card for them. Love me, love my cat. That'd make a great birthday card. That'd make a great introductory, like, hey, congratulations on your new cat. That'd make a great friendship card, just saying, hey, I really like you, I think you're everything, and I know you're a cat person, that is a big part of you, and here's a great card for them. So, I hope you have liked the tour that I have shown you here of our Cat-itude collection. That is our bundled Cat-itude, and I hope that you will now head off to our store and purchase this for yourself, because there's so many great creative options with this. But before you do, you'll see in the bottom right-hand corner our Nitwit Collections logo. Please click on that in order to be subscribed to our YouTube channel. It'll make you aware. You'll see a little blue dot beside our Nitwit Collections name down your left-hand side column in your YouTube. That means that we have new videos available that you want to tune into. As well, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, let us know your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're going to create with it, what your paper craft option is, whether you're creating a page layout, whether you're creating a card, an invitation, a friendship, something for your friend, you're creating stationery, whatever it is, planners or journals, whatever it is, let us know. We're always interested to know what you create with the kits that you purchase from us. Thanks once again for tuning in, and we hope you love creating with the new Cat-itude Collection.